Taylor fires up for three, little short. Creekmore with the offensive rebound. I think Johnson got him as he ran through.
Despite the scoreline, the Worcester Wolves are a bit more alert than the Rocks. They're recognizing opportunities when their shots go up. The right shots are going up. They're able to beat the Rocks for the rebound, costing the Rocks in foul at the moment.
Just some confusion on the substitutions there. Davis wanted Marco Tullio to come in for him, but also Johnson to sit down after picking those two fouls up in quick succession. It's Williams this time at the top of the key, and there's Creekmore again on the offensive glass. He's up to 12 personal and has 6 rebounds.
Yeah, tough one that for the Rocks. That's what I was saying about the shots, the timing of the shots. Creekmore knew that shot was going up and put himself in position to rebound. Murray is not really being involved.
Ooh. Shot clock getting low. Marco Tullio has to fire from long range. Doesn't go. Bounced up in the air and grabbed by Early. They can take their time again here, the Rocks. Is Harrison driving baseline. Has it knocked away by Taylor. Gets it back. Backing him down this time. Early from 18 feet. Marco Tullio.
Second offensive rebound. Make advantage of that.
Well, they had that. Remember the opening play? They had about 4 offensive rebounds that didn't score. Here's Northern. Northern from the elbow.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Good pass down court to Jamal Williams. He lays it in. It is a 2-point ball game.
I'm not sure how fit DJ Harrison is. We're going to have to keep an eye on that matchup.
Here he is, the 2008 Trophy Final MVP. Murray in the corner for 3 hits. They needed that.
Boy, did they need that. Watch out.
Oh, wait, they've left Williams down corner on his own, and he lays it in.
Well, you said the 2 Williams brothers. I resisted saying the music was going to be good, but the last 2 buckets is a Williams and a Williams.
Harrison. Murray again, the 3. Yes, good for Gareth Murray.
Heating up the microwave.
Doubles the Rocks lead back out to 6 here with just under 3 minutes to go. Timeout has been called.
Well, we talked about Coach Davis's locker room. I'm sure if we look on the wall in Coach James's locker room under Murray, it'll be saying no threes.
And as you say, he's one of those guys. The first one goes in, the next one might not be too far behind it. And I think it's important for the Rocks to consider where they are in the whole stage of the game, because it'd be quite easy to think, oh, we were up 10 a few moments ago and then the lead went down to 2. But actually, at the start of the game, you would have taken a 2-point lead.
Absolutely, and that's where the experience of Coach Davis and people like E.J. Harrison really, really matters. I mean, Daniel Northern there took a 15-foot jump shot. He doesn't need to do that, but that comes from the mental pressure of what's happening in this game. He needs to keep moving the ball around and relocating under the basket and using his powerful force in and around the key.
Well, you have seen there's been 2 or 3 occasions in this ball game. The few plays prior to those 2 threes by Murray, there was a spell towards the end of the first quarter where the Rocks went away from attacking the basket, were settling for 15-plus foot jump shots, and that isn't, as you rightly say, going to win them the ball game.
No, and that's why sometimes you wonder whether it's a blessing or poison when a 3-point shot goes in like that, because obviously they're tempted to shoot another.
Harrison called for the foul, little slap across Taylor. They're trying to keep the ball out of his hands, I think. That is one way of dealing with Zaire Taylor. Don't let him have the ball.
Absolutely. That's what I mean about the fouls, Daniel. There really wasn't a lot in there. I think, these are strong men here.
Here's Irving, down to Creekmore.
Oh, nice
Murray
help,
comes
nice
with the help. Again, it goes back to him. No help this time. Eventually, the problem is they all come for blocks, and if he doesn't score, you get offensive boards. We've seen that 2 or 3 times.
And that was Daniel Northern's man. He has no choice. He tried to come over. you're better off forcing Creekmore to the middle.
Marcotulio, Murray cutting back door, went for the jam and got fouled by Irving.
Nice sportsmanship from Irving there, helping pick him up.
It's funny, you see it quite a few times, Murray with that little slash back door.
Well, Marcotulio got that one before, didn't he? He got a catch and finish. Well, it's keeping everybody on tenterhooks right now. 2 minutes to go to a halftime break. 4-point game, 2 shots to come.
Well, it's been noticeable in this first half, the limited minutes that E.J. Harrison and Sterling Davis have seen. They've put themselves out there for just short blows, and you just kind of wonder, is they trying to save it for as late in the game as they
Yeah, that's what I thought, Danny. I think they're saving it so that they make sure they can contribute at the end of the game. I think it was more talismanic with EJ at the beginning. It was important that he settled everything down, which he did, as he always does. Well, Zaire has the ball now. Let's see what he does. He won't like the fact Bunyan's on him.
Irving, Creekmore, Awumi trying to go baseline, tosses it up high over Northern for 2. One of the guys had to go to the ball. They were both running away from it there. Less than 2 to go here in the first half. Rocks leading by 4. Murray drives baseline, forced to kick it back out. Here's Bunyan. Shot clock down to 5. Bunyan bounces it through early inside. Dumps off to Northern, and he just jams it down before the shot clock buzzer for 2.
Patience, and a little bit of patience from the Glasgow Rocks. Delivers the thunder slam from Daniel Northern.
I did wonder when they threw that pass whether they were going to have time for Northern to dunk it home, but he just got it down, probably half a second to spare.
Yep.
There was a quick foul there on Bunyan, which, as they're over the limit, the Rocks, has sent Zaire Taylor to the free throw line, looking for his first points of the game. I was talking to him earlier. I think it's fair to say he's desperate to win this final. Had the disappointment here with Leicester last year.
Yep.
And I think the defeat on Friday served only to heighten his desire for success here.
Absolutely. You know, he will have remembered what happened in that final, but also don't forget he left the triple championship winning team. You know, he needs to show that there's a reason why he did that.
Johnson to Early. Murray from behind the arc for 3. I think he thought that was going in. He was backing away as if he thought it was going to drop. Bunyan couldn't quite get the offensive rebound.
Getting tighter. Awumi
fires up for 3. That one doesn't go. Northern with the rebound.
Bit quick, that one. Rocks could do with running this clock a little, stay in control, get a good look.
It was early. The second Northern was open, but couldn't get it to him. Zipped across. Now they do get it down to Northern.
I hope it doesn't take...
Offensive foul.
Well, big foul there, second one, just with 30 seconds to go. I don't think he needed to do that. He just needed to kick the ball and relocate.
Paul James calls it a timeout. There's just over an offense left here in the first half. He'll want to draw up a play and try and get his team a good score. They trail by 4 just before halftime.
Yep, interesting now. This is where the tactics are going to pay off. The Rocks have done a terrific job for 3/4 of the first half, being patient and getting what they wanted there. I think really important that they maintain that philosophy.
Well, Glasgow should get an offense back, barring an offensive rebound. There's 4-second differential between the shot and the game clock. So they should have a chance for a quick offense the other way. But it does look very likely that they will go into halftime with a lead. And again, I think they would have took that. Forget the fact they were 10 points up at the end of the first quarter. I think they would have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 point lead at halftime.
Most definitely, I think they would. I think the key here is rebounding the Worcester shot on this next possession. That's going to be the key as to how they go in mentally at halftime.
Well, Early hit a three-pointer on the buzzer of the semi-final second leg, which really gave them the momentum.
First time they've put Gareth Murray on Zaire Taylor.
Creekmore kicks out, fired up for three is short. Creekmore, how's he got the inside position there?
Yeah, fouled by Early. I told you it was all about that rebound, Daniel. The shot was going to go up. It was all about that rebound. What I really like about the Worcester team, Creekmore fronted, and he's encouraging his teammates to shoot it because he knew he had the inside position.
So Creekmore will go to the line, just over 8 seconds to go in this first half. Ooh, and this is the first free throw. He currently leads all scorers with 12.
Rebounding once more.
Oh, he's missed them both, and Early grabs the board. Bunyan just bobbled it for a second there. They've got to be quick here. Johnson drives through. Johnson out to Murray in the corner for three. Hits on the buzzer! Another buzzer-beating three-pointer for the Rocks. And boy, will they be pleased going into halftime now, leading by 7.
Well, they were blessed there. 2 missed free throws from Will Creekmore. Johnny Bunyan took care of the ball. Chris Johnson delivered it where it mattered most.
Phenomenal finish for the Glasgow Rocks. Great first half from the Glasgow Rocks. Here in the BBL Trophy final, it is they who lead the Worcester Wolves. It's 38-44 at the break. Welcome back to the Emirates Arena here in Glasgow, where, as things stand right now, we're 20 minutes away from a second consecutive upset in the BBL Trophy final. The Worcester Wolves, who were 6.5-point favourites coming in, trailing by essentially that margin, 44-38. Vince, what do you think the Rocks will have emphasised at halftime in order to keep in front?
Well, Daniel, they're cooking with gas right now. Everything is as per drawn up by Coach Davis. Couple of key things for me. Standout player for the Rocks, believe it or not, is Fran Early with a high 18 efficiency, 8 points, 8 rebounds. The key stat for me coming into the second half, how long before Daniel Northern picks up his 3rd foul? That will be the key to the game.
And if you were PJ, well, what would you be trying to change going into this second half?
Well, the first thing is, guys, do we want to show up or not? It's all well and good for people to try and deny Zaire Taylor the ball, but his teammates have got to find a way to get the ball in his hands. Only good things happen when he has it. If he doesn't, it becomes the free-for-all.
Well, it is the Wolves who make their way out onto court first. Here now comes E.J. Harrison and the Rocks.
And the Wolves have the ball to start. Is it?
Yeah. Zaire just throwing us out of sync there by looking like he was going to go inbound the ball.
The Rocks have it.
The Rocks possession.
Well, you know, important, you know, can they mentally stay alert to continue to do what Coach Davis has asked for?
The other thing, of course, is the longer this game goes on and the more likely a Rocks win becomes, the bigger this away court crowd, if you like, is for the Rocks.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, the first time they tried to run a play without a point guard, put the ball in the hands of Gareth Murray, turns in a turnover. Do what got you here. E.J. Harrison's job is to keep everything even and on tempo.
Awumi gets it to Creekmore. Murray gambled. Creekmore did well. And you said how long? 25 seconds.
25 seconds. That's how long it took for that 3rd foul. And you know, Coach James said, drive it in. Really, really, really important thought process. Coach Davis doesn't even need to think about it. Shirts come off, he'll be joining the action.
You did wonder whether he would pull him straight away, and he has. And really, I mean, Northern ended up fouling, but Murray gambling to try and steal the ball gave Creekmore that baseline.
Absolutely. You know, as you say, they've got to stay within the game plan. They would have bitten your arm off for a 6-point lead at the start of the 3rd.
And Creekmore not had any luck from this distance. He's had 3 attempts and they've all done that. And the best way is to take the rim out of the issue.
Yep. Well, he's got a rather funny angular rotation on his shot. It has to go straight in, otherwise he will rim out.
Harrison brings it forward off of the screen at half court by Early. Sort of took it.
You've got to get their sink right. Oops.
Harrison drives to the basket. Nice play from EJ. They didn't see that coming. I have to say, in the first few minutes, I thought, oh, he's moving freely. But since then, he does look to be laboring a little bit.
Yeah.
He's giving them what he can.
But he is smart. EJ Harrison, as smart as you're going to get in the BBL.
Oh, nice spin to the basket for 2. Beautiful move by Khalil Irving.
A guy that Coach Paul James places a lot of trust in, and a great young English player for the future.
Davis hands over to Harrison and gets it back again.
Oh,
nice cutback door and an easy. I was about to say easy score, but he almost made it difficult.
Well, it is his home rim, so you know maybe he knows what they're nice and soft. 7-point lead to the visiting Glasgow Rocks. He's a big crowd.
He's up to 10 now.
Early has done well for them early in the game.
Taylor hasn't made a field goal yet in the ball game. Just a couple of free throws to his name. Harrison to Davis. Johnson is open, and I think he's called for the travel. I think Davis was trying to feed him into the basket. He wanted to flare out for the 3, and because of that, he didn't know whether to shoot.
When he caught it, he saw Early standing wide open and thought about it for a minute and cost him. Quick substitution. Coach Paul James taking Jukic out of the game, bringing in Jamal Williams.
Well, he picked up those early fouls. He's not really seen much of the court since then.
Sterling Davis, bit of physicality. I love seeing that. Give me Sean Jamieson back.
Here's Awumi around the screen, fires up for 3, halfway down. Good rebound from Irving.
Irving is having an impact.
Taylor out to Jamal Williams. I was just about to say, in fairness to Jamal, he's done really well since he's come on, and there's another case in point.
I told you he'd always be my first pick at Rocker Park.
He's up to 11.
11 points. Big contributor. He's really holding the fort for his team.
Of course, played in a trophy final a few years back with the Tigers. Early to reply for 3, doesn't go. Long rebound comes out to Davis. Davis throws it to Johnson. Johnson fires up from behind the arc.
That's not part of the game plan. I know he's a jump shooter, but let's move the ball around.
Awumi drives to the basket. There's Jamal Williams again with the rebound. Out to Creekmore. Taylor open for 3, short.
Khalil Irving and Jamal Williams killing the glass. Oh, beautiful play. Look at that.
Irving in the corner for 3, and finally the Rocks get a defensive rebound.
I like a lot of things there. I saw Jamal Williams and Khalil Irving staying active. I like the way Creekmore set up Taylor for a jump shot to try and get his teammate into the game. They're going to need him if they're going to win this.
Johnson for 3. Doesn't go.
This is how you shoot your team out of the competition. Back-to-back bricks.
Taylor trying to find some space. Kicks it out to Creekmore for 3.
Oh, Khalil Irving. Give me that. Give me that, says the young fella.
Well, there's a mismatch here. Creekmore against Johnson. Johnson's done well to delay him. Davis comes with the help. Good play in the end. And Awumi is fouled by Harrison. Harrison with a little nod. Yeah, I got him there.
Not as bad a mismatch as you might think, actually, Daniel. You put a small guy on Creekmore, causes him a lot of problems. If he's just a step away from the bucket, he has to put the ball down against a quicker player, and that forced him to kick the ball out. Good foul by EJ Harrison, not allowing Awumi to rise up. Really important phase of the game here. It's a 4-point reach. It could be a 1-bucket possession in a minute.
Creekmore with the offensive rebound, but the ball is loose. It's still on the ground, and eventually Davis gets there. Well, half the team is still behind him, but Early's going. Gets it out to EJ Harrison for 3, and he hits it.
EJ Harrison. I'm sure he's playing his last season in the BBL, would desperately love to finish it by rewarding the Glasgow management with a trophy.
Williams' shot doesn't go. There's Irving again. This time he just couldn't quite hang on to it.
I tell you what, without Khalil Irving and Jamal Williams, this Worcester team gets blown away.
Well, they've got 5 offensive rebounds between them up there.
Yep.
And those second chance points, they've got 18 second chance points, the Wolves, in this game. It's huge, out of 44.
Nice pass.
Nice. Murray tried the quick
finish.
That's a foul. He saw Creekmore coming.
That was a good move by Murray. That was a foul missed by the referees there.
Nice pass from Creekmore. Williams draws the contact and will go to the line for the bonus.
Wow. You get a missed call on the one bucket, the crucial and one down the other end. Don't like to see that. It's the man again, Jamal Williams.
Also to note, that was the 3rd personal foul on Fran Early. With still 15 minutes to go in the ball game. Williams converts.
Is that 14 points?
14 points.
14 points. Critical effect on the game. Great timeout for the Rocks to talk about it, but Coach Paul James happy with the response from his title chasers.
Midway through the 3rd period here, Worcester trailing Glasgow by 4 in the BBL Trophy final.
I thought to myself, Daniel, 80 points and we get a Glasgow victory. It's a bit high scoring right now, and the minute it opens up, you feel the Worcester Wolves can pile it on.
Well, one of the things we talked about earlier today, before we came on air, was could the Rocks sustain their offense through? They've shown this season that they have enough offensively, but at times they have barren spells and allow teams to get back past them. They haven't had one thus far.
No, they haven't. And the thing is, if you're looking for pointers, they ran away from the Cheshire Phoenix in the semi-final towards the end of the game. So you feel that maybe they've got a little bit of mental strength hidden away there that they can see the way through. But right now, they've got a real challenge on their hands. Jamal Williams got the bit between his teeth. Creekmore does what Creekmore does. And Zaire Taylor and Owumi, well, anything can happen in the next half hour.
Here's Johnson. Murray. Harrison. On to Davis. Johnson coming around the screen, trying to force it into him. Couldn't be able to hang on to it.
Johnson was a spark in the first quarter. He's been the exact opposite. Oh, gee whiz, referees.
Well, I thought at first they were just going to give the
out of bounds.
Out of bounds, because Davis knocked it away, but referee on the far side calling a foul.
The referee, he couldn't see the contact because the guy driving to the bucket had his body between him. But, you know, you just hope that we let the guys play.
Zaire Taylor then at the free throw line.
Well, this is all he needs to get him going. Ooh, or not, as the case may be.
Hasn't quite looked himself today.
No, I mean, I know he takes a lot of personal responsibility for his team. He wouldn't have been happy with the loss on Friday. I know, he does take that on himself, maybe a little bit too much for the young man, but he is a great talent.
Marco Tullio.
Down low, Davis. Let's see if he can turn back the clocks of time here. Ooh, there you go. That's the Sterling Davis that used to play back in the day for the Sheffield Sharks. He showed him the baby and he bid on it. Fouls on Creekmore.
And we've talked a little bit about foul trouble, and it's something you said today, and we've all said all year. It's amazing how Creekmore stays out of foul trouble. He's just really good.
Very smart.
That's his first personal foul of the game.
You remember that high-low play down to Daniel Northern early in the first half? He didn't foul there. This could have been a crucial foul, but it's nothing. It's his first foul.
And you compare that to Northern's third foul, where he came across, didn't really need to commit it.
Absolutely, absolutely. The 6-point ball game. Zaire Taylor looking to warm up.
Kai Williams to his brother Jamal. Kicks it back out. Awumi left open for 3. There's a foul off the ball. Davis and Creekmore on the floor. It usually is the guy on the inside that gets the foul, so I'm assuming it's Davis. It is.
Yeah, I like that battle. I think that's an important battle. I think it's important that Davis puts his weight on Creekmore, and they can go foul for foul. That will pay for the Rocks down the stretch when Northern returns.
It's only his second personal, but with 5 fouls in the quarter, it does send Creekmore to the free throw line.
Yes, and between him and Early and Daniel, they've still got 7 fouls to give down the stretch, so it could be an interesting one.
Points now for Creekmore. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Oh, he is a walking double-double.
He basically is, yeah. Misses the second, and Early did well boxing out and then chased it down.
Yeah, this is really a key phase. I mean, I've said that a lot, but this is a real key phase. 3.5 minutes out from the quarter break. Which team is mentally strong, Daniel?
Murray drives in. Murray to the circus shot. Doesn't quite go. Early making a nuisance of himself, but eventually Kai Williams comes down.
Big rebound, Kai Williams. Uh-oh.
Williams back to Williams. Taylor now. Look at the battling down.
Battle going on with Davis
and Creekmore.
I like it, I like it. Good help.
Taylor drives through. Shot clock violation. He didn't get that off. He didn't get that off. Well, I'm not sure how that isn't called. He
should have been a 24-second violation.
Not get that off. The referees are going to talk it over.
I didn't hear the clock go off.
I saw the 0.
Yes, so did I.
I saw the 0. I heard the buzzer as well. He definitely didn't get that off.
The table should be yelling it right now. They're not even checking.
No. They do have the ability to go to the table and ask the question.
Yeah.
They're not obliged to, but they do have the ability.
Well, you know, that's what EJ and Sterling were complaining about there.
And that's the 3rd personal foul. EJ goes and sits down.
Well, he was probably going to sit down anyway. Creekmore trying to find a groove on the free throw line. That'll be key down the stretch.
Misses the second. They've struggled a bit from the free throw line here today. The Wolves.
They have. I don't think the Rocks have missed one yet.
It is one of these funny venues that you don't play in very often, with a long sight line behind the basket.
Sounded like a player there, Daniel.
Yeah, I know. I'm just buying into the hype on it. We're all 10 feet high. Bunyan's shot doesn't go. Creekmore with the rebound. He's got his double-double now.
This is going and all. Oh.
Marco Tullio is going to be called for that foul. And the Rocks fans feeling a little hard done to at the moment.
So would I if I was a Rocks fan or player. I mean, the basket was not obstructed. The guy was driving hard to the bucket. Defender moving backwards. You let that go, I believe. Still, all to play for. The referees did a terrific job in the first half. Maybe they'll regroup again.